morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha, Acharya. The top stories first. Lawmakers accuse government of failing to ensure peace and security. MPs demand resignation of Home Minister Balkrishna Khan. CPN Unified Chairman reiterates cooperation with ruling alliance till election, urges party at rest not to destabilize the ruling coalition. Waste management affected in Kathmandu, locals of landfill clash with police on the way to landfill site. Ukrainian troops push back as Severodonetsk battle rages. Ukraine urged to speed up delivery weapons. And young Nepali side lose 2-0 to Jordan. Nepal to face host Kuwait in next encounter of AFC. And now the news in detail. Members of Parliament have demanded resignation of Home Minister Balkrishna Khan, accusing the government of failing to maintain peace and security. Speaking at a meeting of the House of Representatives yesterday, majority of the people lawmakers drew the attention of the government towards increasing incidents of rape and murder across the country. The lawmakers during the 0 hour of the lower house meeting accused the government of failing to ensure peace and security. They also drew the attention of the government that the farmers have been struggling to acquire fertilizer time and again during the planting season. They also demanded the government to address the issue of citizenship in Madhya province. According to the lawmakers, countless people in Madhya province are facing problems due to lack of citizenship. The MPs also expressed their view that the waste management of Kathmandu must be undertaken at the initiative of the Prime Minister. The lawmakers also raised the issue of students not receiving textbooks, although the new academic session has already begun. They also demanded to move ahead the impeachment of Chief Justice Cholendra Samserana. Members of the National Assembly have drawn the government's attention toward contemporary issues in the country, including the lack of fertilizers for farmers, textbook for community schools, students and government's clear viewpoint on country's foreign policy. A report. Speaking in the special hour of yesterday's upper house meeting, Jitendra Narayan Dev argued that the foreign policy of Nepal does not change along with the change in government and reaffirmed that Nepal's foreign policy is based on Panchashil, the five government, and reaffirmed that Nepal's foreign policy is based on Panchashil, the five principle of peaceful coexistence and non-aligned movement. He viewed that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs should hold discussions with leaders of the major political parties and forge a national consensus on the policies relating to national security, foreign affairs and water resources. Bhagawati Neupane asks the clear concept of the incumbent government regarding Nepal's foreign policy. She suggested to adopt a balanced foreign policy by soliciting suggestions from all political parties. Similarly, parliamentarian Khimlal Bhattrai accused the government of not being serious towards implementing the constitution. He said that the students in public schools have not received textbooks, although the new academic session has already begun. He expressed concerns over the decreasing quality of community schools and also urged the government to take forward the bill relating to Citizenship Act. Similarly, Krishna Prasad Paudel was concerned about the weak condition of education sector. He understood skill-based, knowledge-based and productive education system to build prosperous and equitable society based on social justice. Likewise, Nanda Chapagai rued over the lack of fertilizers for farmers and drew the attention to the government to provide fertilizer at the earliest. Goma Devi Timalsina stressed on enabling environment for the supply of raw materials for industries to be set up by the government in all 7 provinces. Madhav Kumar Nepal has said that the ruling coalition will continue till the Provincial Assembly and House of Representatives election. stating that the Provincial Assembly and House of Representatives election will be held in upcoming November. Chairman Nepal said that his party wants to move forward by maintaining the ruling coalition till then. At a program organized by the Special District Committee of Party Student Wing in Kathmandu on Wednesday, he called on the entire party not to make efforts to destabilize the ruling coalition. Chairman Nepal was in favor of criticizing the weaknesses of the alliance, but to give continuity to the coalition government. Chairman Nepal said that they have achieved great success in Pokhara Metropolitan City and Hetauda Sub-Metropolitan City in the local level election by forming an alliance. He also warned not to criticize the statements of the ministers who were recalled from the party. Chairman Nepal said that it would not be good to blame the recalled ministers as they have done well. Chairman Nepal also instructed the party leaders and cadres to reach the ward level and get involved in the preparation for the Provincial Assembly and House of Representatives election. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 21 new cases of COVID-19 across the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, the number of active cases of COVID-19 has dropped to 150 after 9 people recovered from the disease. So far, a total of 979,187 people have tested positive for the virus in Nepal, while 966,962 people have already recovered. No new death from the virus was reported yesterday. The death toll from the virus remains constant at 11,951. Nepal is currently among top 66 countries affected by coronavirus. USA tops the list with 86.50 million cases, followed by India with 43.15 confirmed cases. The virus has infected more than 535.14 million people worldwide and has claimed over 6.32 million lives. The waste collected from Kathmandu Valley could not reach the landfill site at Janata yesterday due to obstruction by the locals. The waste management has been badly affected, although the stakeholders had reached agreement with the locals to the landfill site in the presence of Minister for Urban Development Ramkumari Chakri on Monday. The people's representatives from Kathmandu Metropolitan City, Kalanki Rural Municipality for Nuwakot and Dhunibesi Municipality of Thading and agreed for the waste management, but no and avail. The local from Sistol, which falls on the way to Panchadedada, obstructed the waste carrying vehicles on Wednesday. The locals even pelted stones on vehicles carrying waste and clashes with police despite reaching an agreement a few days ago. People around Panchadedada have been demanding the central government that their settlement be translocated. Similarly, guarantee of employment, health insurance, access to education are all the demands posed by the locals. The locals have been protesting and obstructing the waste management, accusing the central government in Kathmandu Metropolis of betraying them for 17 years. And now the news from economic front. A 4-member committee led by Executive Director of the Securities Board of Nepal has been formed to carry out a study of the existing situation of the capital market, said Finance Minister Janata Sharma. A report. Addressing the 30th anniversary of Seban on Wednesday, Finance Minister Janata Sharma informed that a 4-member committee was formed to study the existing situation of the capital market in Nepal. He said that a meeting involving the Finance Ministry, Governor of the Nepal Rashtra Bank and the 7th chair at the Finance Ministry on Wednesday took a decision to form the committee. According to the minister, the committee has been asked with the responsibility of providing suggestions to end the problems faced by capital market. Other members of the committee include the representatives, each from the ministry and the central bank, while a representative of the seven is the member secretary of the committee. This initiative is expected to help the formulation of the monetary policy and end problems faced by the capital market. On the occasion, Finance Minister Janata Sharma said the budget of the next fiscal year has stressed on further strengthening the capital market. It has also covered an array of related subjects like making legal arrangements of non-residents Nepalis to invest in Nepal's secondary market and the reservation of 10% quotas for Nepali migrant workers in every sale of IPO shares. The minister reiterated his commitment on behalf of the government to carry out reforms in the capital market and protect investors. He also directed regulators to increase awareness and knowledge of investors about the market. On the occasion, the Seven Chair Ramesh Hamal informed about activities and progress of the Seven. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Ukrainian troops have been pushed back in the eastern city of Severodonetsk by constant bombardment from Russian forces and now only control its outskirts, according to a regional official. Russia has concentrated its troops and firepower on the small eastern city in recent weeks to secure the surrounding province on behalf of separatist proxies. Ukraine has vowed to fight there as for as long as possible, saying the battle could help shape the war's future course. After claiming to have pushed Russian forces back and secured half of the city in the surprise counterattack last week, the governor of the surrounding Luhansk region said most of the city was again in Russian hands. Ukraine has urged its Western allies to speed up delivery of weapons, saying the situation would become very difficult for the country if Russia broke through its lines in the east. 5 Cameroon military police have been killed in an attack on Tuesday night in the western region of Cameroon, bordering a province where separatists are fighting for the breakaway state, the regional governor said on Wednesday. The attack took place in Zitapun on the district of Kompatao in the West French-speaking region bordering the two Anglophone regions where rebels have been fighting against the French-speaking majority state since 2016. The governor of the West region, Augustin Fonkawa, confirmed the attack without giving further details. While violence is common in the two Anglophone regions, the separatists rarely wage attack beyond them. The conflict stems from the perceived marginalization of Cameroon's Anglophone community by the French-speaking majority. The fighting has killed more than 3,000 people and displaced nearly 1 million, with atrocities reportedly committed by the both cities. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Nepal lost 2-0 to Jordan in the first encounter of the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers final round at Al Jaber Al Ahmad International Stadium in Kuwait City. A courageous performance from Nepal saw a monstrous performance from Deep Karki. Deep was influential on his debut for Nepal as he made numerous saves in the first half to keep Jordan at bay. He saved a penalty from Musal Tamari in the 44th minute of the match after Gautam Shrestha gave away the penalty via a fall inside the box. Jordan dominated the match, but they had to wait until the 69th minute for the breakthrough. Ali Liad Olwan gave them the lead after he was played through to the 6-yard box by Al Tamari. Jordan were awarded another penalty in the 81st minute to match for the push by Suman Aryal in the box. Hamza Al Dardaur took the penalty this time and converted it with. Jordan have registered all 3 points in the group. Indonesia also have 3 points after the victory over Kuwait earlier today. Kuwait and Nepal are on 0 points. Nepal will face host Kuwait in the next encounter of the qualifiers on June 11. 6th group winner along with 5 best group runners-up will make it to the Asian Cup next year. Belgium came from behind to thrash Poland to the Nations League. Robert Lewandowski put Poland ahead with an expert control and finished this 76th international goal, but Alex Witsel levelled from outside the box. Kevin De Bruyne made it 2-1 before Leandro Trossard struck twice, the second a beautiful curling shot. Leander Dendrocker hammered in from 30 yards and Lois Openda scored 4 minutes after opening from the bench for the international debut. It was a perfect response for Roberto Martinez's side, who lost 7-1, 4-1 to the Netherlands in the opening game. The Dutch beat Wales 2-1 in the other Group A4 game to go top on 6 points. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Lawmakers accuse government of failing to ensure peace and security. MPs demand resignation of Home Minister Balkrishna Kant. CPN Unified Chairman reiterates cooperation with ruling alliance till election, urges party cut rest not to destabilize the ruling coalition. Waste management affected in Kathmandu, locals to landfill clash with police on the way to landfill site. Ukrainian troops pushed back as Severodonetsk battle races. Ukraine urged to speed up delivery weapons. And young Nepali side lose 2-0 to Jordan. Nepal to face host Kuwait in next encounter of AFC qualifiers. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs in various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.